What's going on, you guys? Jay here and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to smash the like button, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notifications bell to stay up to date with all of our LUNC content. And look, we've always remained loyal here. We do not come, we do not go. We are part of the foundations. We've been here since the beginning. And if you're not delegating with us, consider it. It's going to go a long way and it's going to help the longevity of this blockchain. We're talking around 100% breakout from that recent all-time low to the current all-time high. And what we can do is just circle in here for everybody where that major burn went through for USTC. And what this is going to do over time is create a sense of supply shock. There's just not a lot of USTC out there, and there's not a lot of market books that are filling those kind of orders when it comes to substantial amounts. So there really is a huge scarcity with USTC, and we are seeing a rise across board with all of these assets, seeing USTC also breaking out at around 100 to 150%. So it's a really good day to be involved with Lunar Classic, but we kind of knew this was coming. We knew that there's a lot of good things that are on the horizon. And one of those things are definitely going to be the winding down of TFL and all of their related assets, infrastructure, apps, technology, APIs, endpoints, whatever. This has a monumental effect on Luna, whereas Lunar Classic has just been prepared for this situation from the very beginning. And there's a lot going on behind the scenes. I can personally atone to these movements behind the scenes. We're working on something very big for the Lunar Classic community dropping next month. We're also working on Project Remedy, which I believe is going to be an absolute game changer for this blockchain. So something else to take note of is the winding down of Shuttle Bridge. And what we're going to see is any remaining assets burn. And it's still sitting just over $250 billion LUNC. There is a decent amount of USTC in there as well. If you add that into the overall list, you're sat at around $1 billion getting burned on top of those LFG assets, and everything else. We'll be covering that shortly in this video, so do stay tuned. So let's keep this moving and let's go over to another thing that is really getting us very bullish at the moment, and it's all these talks around these repeg efforts. And I do like the ceramic repeg. I also like the other repeg that's in hand, and I think they both bring the best to play. And by the best, I just mean really bringing all of these good ideas and trying to form one unique plan that's going to be broadly accepted. So we do have to take that into mind, but at the same time, there is a lot of positive talks around the USTC repeg effort. And with all of the burning that's going on, it's really putting us in a situation where it's reachable, it's doable, and the supply is going to be lower than it was before the crash, before they even created the idea of USTC. The supply will eventually, once all of the burning goes through, be lower. So moving forward and taking a look at some of these new development teams, one of those being BLV Labs, another one being Orbit Labs, and then you've also got the ongoing team being Genuine Labs. That is 3 development teams working independently on chain on different things. Terra Classic is now at a point where it's got plenty of developers, it's got plenty of talent, it's got plenty of validators. We've got a substantial community. There is a rather large following behind this blockchain. On top of that, we also have Binance committing to those monthly burns, and that's something that's very powerful. And I said in my previous videos that when CZ was to be released from jail, it could have an impact alongside everything else to send this blockchain back up to those higher highs and getting into a realm of safety again. I've been saying this for a while now, but our chain has never looked so bullish, and these things really do take time, whether it's burning or positive reinforcement. Everything takes time to have an effect. And I think over time, we're going to see more stress on the USTC supply. So I was very happy to see these protocol assets go through and burn, and we should see the remainder of those mirror protocol assets also burn. And for those who are worried about the LUNC that's also held in mirror protocol, I've paid Frag to handle the new contract. Once that's done, I will get another proposal up and we will also get those assets burned. So I know what you're all thinking, the all important Terraform data pack that I've been working on. And it's a substantial amount of assets. As you can see here, we've got through those anchor assets now. We're going to be chomping through those mirror protocol assets. Shuttle Bridge is getting burned around the 30th of October. And the most probable outcome and what seems most logical to me right now and a lot of other people is if TFL was going to go through and burn the other 50% of these wallets that they haven't yet committed to, they would surely do it at the same time they go in and completely destroy and shut down the Shuttle Bridge and all of those assets. So I would think to myself, the likelihood is we're going to see the LFG assets burn alongside the Shuttle Bridge assets, alongside this whole list. And like I said, it's going to have a major impact on the USTC supply, and also providing around $250 billion LUNC getting removed from the overall total supply. This is in itself a pretty big hit when it comes down to percentages, and really it's going to set a new precedent for the biggest burn, and it won't have come from Binance. Instead, it would have come from a source that we never could have planned better, from my opinion. TFL burning their own assets. So when we're talking about those LFG reserves, just to tie this video up here at the end, because it is the weekend, I don't normally do content, but it is emergencies and we are absolutely ripping upwards at the moment. So when you take a look specifically at these assets, we can only see two in relation to Terraform crypto assets, being Lunar Classic and USTC. And as ordered, judged and decreed through that final judgment and confirmation plan wind down, these assets must be burned or the private keys destroyed. We know from Chris Armani's confirmation in the Twitter space that they would go ahead and burn the assets, not the keys, because they would be uncertain who actually still would have access to those wallets. So it is a huge safety risk. And it seems to me, once again, the most logical thing to do here is just burn the assets, period. Be done with it. Follow the most safest route. And I think, and I hope, and I pray that is going to be the eventual outcome with all of those assets around the end of October. And historically, it's supposed to be Pumptober, Uptober, Buildtober, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be a good month. There's a lot of things going on with XRP. There's a lot of good things going on with the overall blue chip side of things. And we're walking into the presidential elections. This is going to have a huge effect on the overall cryptocurrency market. And more importantly for us, our sector, we are DeFi decentralized. Something I'm working on is a Shiba Inu video, and all that sounds a little bit, I want everybody to understand why it's been pumping recently and to better understand how we are going to move if this USTC repeg effort is successful. And there's something we should think about. Does it even need to be a $1 stable asset, or should we go for something entirely new? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Aside that, just stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, try touch some grass, touch water, and yeah, catch you in the next one. Ciao!